and now he is back on the oxygen. I'm going to get a thing for you now, River.
Yeah, Roger, thanks. Advice from EMAS is to reduce the oxygen flow to 4 litres a minute, or say again 4 litres a minute, and if the stats continue to drop while he is on oxygen, to lower the oxygen rate further. Over.
The Peak District. For many, it's a playground. For others, it's where we earn our living. But the mountains are unpredictable. They can change in an instant. And when accidents happen, they happen very fast. There to save our lives is a volunteer army of ordinary people, ready to leave their jobs, their families, and to race to our rescue with the latest technology.
We've got different helicopters that we work with from the Coast Guard. We've got drones.
1 minute, you're just an ordinary person. The next minute, you're a mountain rescue team member.
I've helped with the other guys here save people's lives and make people's lives much better.
Last year, the volunteers that make up the UK's mountain rescue team clocked up over 100,000 hours and have saved the lives of almost 2,000 people, treating every call as a matter of life and death.
The session is steep ground. We're working in the vicinity of the tree over there, so you're going to be in line of sight of your vehicles. Everything that's on the floor there needs to go onto the hill. So if you'd like to take a piece of equipment.
Oh, you amateur!
Sorry,
I don't look like a lightweight. Get the piece of plastic off.
We practice every Thursday, and it's a get-together, it's social, but it's also very practical rope work session here. So we've got 2 stations, and we're doing different lowering using lots of different kit.
Today we're on steep ground. We have brought a crag pack up, but it's incidental to what we're doing. So can we turf out one of the rope bags and let's have a look at what's in it.
I've been a volunteer in mountain rescue for about 7 years. You learn incredible things about how to look after people medically. I've been on flights and helped people and got upgraded to first class. That was a winner. And I've helped with the other guys here save people's lives and make people's lives much better.
That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, for God's sake! For God's sake!
What you don't do is clip that, because what you're relying on if you clip like that is the stitching in there.
We're all volunteers. We all come from different walks of life, and we subsidise this with our real job. It's amazing, actually, if you just take a few hours out of a week that you thought was spare, that maybe you were watching something really boring like Game of Thrones, and you put that time into something else, helping your community. I think it would really benefit, the whole evolution of our species, actually.
How are we going to fall? It's not vertical ground, is it?
That's a bit profound, but it's true.
Okay. Let's have a look around. What we're going to do first, then. What we're looking for first. An anchor. An anchor. Okay, what are our options? Tree. Tree's a classic.
Technology's fantastic. Just things like the head torches, and crees and LEDs and digital radios now, which are great, and they allow us to bounce off other repeaters, which give us more comms in harder to reach places. And then there's things like GPSs, telephones, SAR locks, so we can find people who are lost, who've got their mobile phone turned on. So technology is fantastically useful to us. And then there's things like drones. That was a big drive of mine initially, to convince the team that I thought this technology would be really helpful to us. Just another tool to our bow. We look for a lot of lost and vulnerable people, and it covers a lot of ground very quickly. We've also used them for training. We've also used them on crime scenes, which is something you would never think about, but they don't touch any of the evidence. So we can fly above in places where you wouldn't want to send people straight away at a fatality or something like that, to be able to capture evidence.
But again, if we're sending somebody down, so all these knots we're talking about is the kind of thing where we want somebody roping and checks all the knots and everything before we send someone down.
What it feels like to improve the quality of somebody's life is tremendous. It's tremendous. It's very weird, actually, when you do like a normal job and then you go out on a call out, and sometimes they can be really intense and very profoundly weird or very gruesome, and you come away from that and go back to a supermarket and do something very normal, and suddenly you feel very displaced from reality, and that can last a couple of days. And and I'll go home and after a particularly difficult job and talk to my wife and my kids about it, and you'll process it. And then if that casualty walks back into base, like has happened a few months afterwards, when you thought you weren't ever going to see them again, you just think, yeah, that's a good thing to do.